Daytona is also the home of NASCAR, the Daytona Speedway, the Granddaddy Super Speedway, 2.5 miles in length, where today racing men like Dale Earnhardt will be working in the Firecracker 400. Earnhardt winning 7 of 14 starts this year. Bill Elliott, winner of the Daytona 500 in February, will start outside on the front row. The defending champion in the Firecracker 400, Tim Richmond. This year, Richmond has won twice in 4 starts after a hard bout with pneumonia. And then there's the king, Richard Petty. 10 wins at Daytona, 3 in the Firecrackers. One of the young lions on the pole, Davey Allison, son of Bobby, looking for his 3rd win against the big boys. Daytona, NASCAR stock car racing, big money, big crowd, the Firecracker 400, today on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
It became the Firecracker 400 in 1963. As these 41 cars roll toward the starting grid here in 1987, there's $517,445 in prize money to be spread around, a record amount for a race. Hello again, everybody. I'm Keith Jackson. NASCAR, from its very beginning, has done everything they possibly could, making rules change after rules change to keep their racing competitive. And this year, on this Firecracker 400 day, on the 2.5-mile super speedway at Daytona, they've installed a slower carburetor on the cars to slow them down. Very quickly, the definition of it, you'll see the old carburetor and the new carburetor, and very simply, this is the way it works. You reduce the size of the venturi, reducing airflow, thereby reducing fuel, and thus reducing speeds. This comes after Bobby Allison's flying crash earlier this year at Talladega at the Alabama International Motor Speedway. There has also been a window installed on the passenger side of the car and a skirt underneath it to help control airflow, in effect, help keep these cars on the ground. Our analyst for our coverage today of the Firecracker 400, a man who won this race in 1970, Donnie Allison. Donnie, now, what does this really mean insofar as the drivers are concerned, slowing the cars down? They have effectively done it, but what does it mean?
Well, really, Keith, what's happened is they slowed the cars down enough to give the driver better control. They all feel more comfortable. The draft is going to be very, very important, and they're driving it instead of riding it.
So that semi-errant missive is now under control, and that probably means the draft is back in. We'll see some freight training.
I'm guaranteeing that. And some of the older guys that were here when the draft was so important might have a little advantage on some of the younger fellows.
Yeah, some of the young lions have never been hooked up in an 8, 9, 10 car draft, so it might be a new experience for them, especially the first time they try to pull out a line.
Very definitely with a little carburetor, you're going to see something like that.
Then it'll become a question of whether or not they can then regain posture, but I would guess once you pull out, you're liable to lose quite a bit.
I'll guarantee you better stay in line. If you don't have help to pass a guy, you're not going to get by him.
The fellas doing the heavy work along pit road today, and heat is going to be one of their prime subjects all day. First, Jerry Gappens, and then Dr. Jerry Punch.